All right, everybody. Hey, thank you for tuning in to Dave and Joe Liberty Stand. We appreciate you guys giving us some views here, and I want to introduce the first or the topic of this show is equal is unfair. So, do you want to elaborate?
Sure. I will elaborate on that. Now, I saw this on the Blaze, and to be honest, I can't remember. Was it a Beck show? Was it a Dana show? I can't remember, but there was a guy on here. He's got a book, and he said something. I've always said, I mean, I could have wrote this book. I haven't read it, but just from listening to the guy and what he said, his name's Don Watkins. Equal is unfair. And what that means is we're supposed to all be equal under the law. And that's true.
As people.
As people. If the mayor of your town shoots somebody,
Right. Okay.
and you shoot somebody that's a citizen,
Right.
the mayor and you should have the same circumstances. It doesn't matter
Same
that
consequences.
right, because you're equal.
Same judge or same.
And if a man does something or a woman does something, well, if it's the equal
Right.
crime, same.
Right.
Doesn't matter what color you are. If a black guy does something, a white guy, a Chinese
that necessarily
guy.
doesn't work in our culture today, though.
It does
I mean,
not.
if you have money, you
Now,
can.
fair now means, or a fair, well, equality. You hear a lot about economic inequality.
Okay, so you've got equality in economics, which is what I just said. If someone has money, they can
Right.
get good defense and get off of a crime, for instance.
Right. Exactly. Well, okay, that's one thing. Well, that is why our founders set up so that if you're a poor person and that's one of the
public
times.
defense.
That's one of the times that a government can spend money on somebody because everybody is owed
Right.
a defender.
But you
For
don't
their,
have equal representation, because that defender is not defense attorney is not going to be equal. And I mean, I think of everybody's familiar with The Making a Murderer, or at least have heard about that documentary. And the guy was one of the people in that case. He was given a public defender, and the guy was pretty much said he did a horrible job. Let's say
Joe,
that way.
I'm going to tell you a little secret about the world and about life. We're all human beings and we're all flawed. But as far as the system goes, that's the most perfect thing anybody's ever come up with.
You're right, with
Because you do have
representation,
your shot.
right?
And you,
And it's a broken, fallen world, so
I mean,
nothing's perfect.
perfectness happens after you die if you did a good
Amen.
job when you're living.
If you knew Christ, if you knew Jesus. So anyway, yeah.
So the point is, it's unfair that if you do well, if you play by the rules, you do a good job, you meet the right people, and you get you make some money, and you're making a good life for yourself and your family, and you got other people in on it that's doing it too. I mean, that's
right.
how the more successful you are, the more successful other people are, because you need other people to help you do that. So it's actually a very virtuous thing to be successful. Now, this poor guy over here, he's working at, the VP or the Big K or whatever it is. And
Right.
well, I'm sorry. Did he try hard? Did he go to school? And I'm telling you, I'm not somebody that makes a lot of money. And by the way, the reason tomorrow is spring, official first, and we're just really anxious for it to happen. So,
It was
anyway.
unintentional by me. I didn't know it was going to be spring, so
Anyway, I digress. But the point is,
Okay.
why should somebody successful that did all the right things really work their heart out to do this, and by doing that helped other people also? Why should they all be taxed to give their money to spread it around the people that didn't do that?
right.
To make it more equal.
Right. They're trying to make everything equal.
They want
field.
equal outcome, not an equal opportunity. We all have equal opportunity. Now, some are born
Okay.
in better situations than others, and that's just a fact.
But we still have an opportunity to
have-
become
If-
what we want to
That's
be.
if you're
right.
an enterprising young man or lady or
Right.
woman, you can go out there, and people want to give you a chance if you act like you want one.
Well, but wanting equal for everyone which is socialism, I would say.
Thank you.
Seems
Yeah,
like,
yes.
but listen though, it seems like a good idea. And we were just talking about this, but it seems like a good idea.
On
It seems
paper.
like, well, and so what's the flaw in it? It's just not possible. I mean, what exactly? Because you would think someone who would say that,
Same thing
you
as
would
a-
think they would care about other people.
Same thing
right?
as no.
You would. That's what you would think, though. That's what that comes to my mind.
Okay, why?
Because they're concerned about other people. They're saying, hey, I see this person's down. I want to lift them up. So to do that, they have to push someone else down. So to kind of equalize it
Okay, well,
out.
I'm going to tell you the flaw in that. You're thinking it's a zero-sum game. If I gain here, somebody's got to lose there.
Oh, right. That's the idea.
That's not how it works.
Okay.
Okay, when Bill Gates or any of those really successful guys started their company,
Right.
how many other millionaires did they make because of what they did? How many other people did they make that's making hundreds of thousands of dollars?
There's probably a lot of other people.
A rising tide lifts all boats.
Well, plus he has success, and then
There's-
he's able to
there's not-
hire
there's-
people
right.
to help them in
and they
their
hire
journey.
people, and they hire people.
Well, and then but you can't expect that person who's he's hiring to be ever come equal with him.
Why? That happens all the time.
I know, but
Somebody
I'm saying
exceeds
everybody he hires, you can't expect not everyone's
But
going to
they
come
live
up.
a happy,
But that's okay,
very
right.
comfortable life.
And
And guess
Bill-
what? The more of these people that he has that is making a lot more money than the guy at the Circle K or whatever, they're hiring people to do their lawn.
Well, and I'm not
They're hiring people
right.
to come and watch their kids. They're hiring people. No, I'm saying
Right.
it
right.
all.
But I'm not saying. I'm just saying
You know what they
the
used to-
average
You know what they used to
person.
call that?
What?
Trickle down.
Trickle down, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
economics.
true. It works every time it's tried.
Well, and we were going to talk about this on another show, but I guess one thing.
Oh, I want to start doing like under 10-minute shows.
Okay. Did
So
you guys hear that? So keep us accountable.
All right, we got a minute or
Well,
so.
but one of the
left.
things that we touched on a little bit, which we'll do in another episode, is a lot of what we need to focus on when we're talking with one another and with you guys is these are ideas. Okay, so I know I take things very personally when we talk about something because I own it. You know, if I say something or if I decide I'm going to follow this belief or this direction, you know, we as human beings, we identify with that. And so we take it very personally, but I think we need to try and stick with ideas because we're not trying to have personal attacks
Are
on
we?
people, right?
I think you're kind of setting up our next show, aren't you?
Yeah, but it did the equal rights thing, the socialism. When we talk about that, we want to talk about what's the idea behind it, right?
Well, it's control of the government is what that is about.
Okay,
Socialism is the government divvying out. You're gonna go out and produce things, and you're gonna make money, and we're gonna tax you for most of it. So we bring your revenue
so
to us,
we control.
and we're gonna decide how much we're gonna give you for
What?
your,
Okay, so
housing, for your
what's
food,
the
for,
flaw, or what's the way to show people that that's a flawed idea? What would you summarize?
It's scary.
Just summarize.
It's very scary that we're at a point right now where we even have to have this conversation.
Yeah. That it's becoming an idea.
Do you
that's
really think it's better that we don't just earn what we have and say, here's 10% for the cause, for the streets, and for
Right.
the
For
little bit of
public.
stuff that the government's supposed to do, the very little
Yeah.
bit, and we'll spend our money the way we see fit. We'll save what we want. We'll spend
Well,
what
the
we want.
the problem
we'll spend
is,
on what
I
we
guess
want.
what I'm getting at is so many people are believing this idea is good.
But
So why is it not good? Because the government has control over
because
everything, right?
of liberty and freedom.
Right. It takes away that, right?
It's a God-given right.
It robs
It's a
socialism.
sin.
robs.
It's a sin because God gave
It's
us
like
these
slavery, right?
It is like slavery. Is that where you're trying to push me to? Is
No,
that-
no, not
but
at
it is.
all.
It is like slavery.
Not at
yes,
all.
you are a slave to your government. We are voluntarily
So let's-
going into slavery.
Let's think
Yes.
about what the end result of this
We are
would
all
be.
working for the government.
The end result
and they'll
would be
give us what they think we
the
deserve.
government is our master.
Yes.
That's the end result. Okay, you guys want to wrap
We
it up?
gotta go.
Thank you so much. We're trying to stay around
Thanks
10.
for leading me through.
God bless you. Yeah, we'll see you soon. Thank you.